Alright, chat, I'm sorry. As soon as I hit start streaming, I realized that I hadn't eaten yet. And I'm kind of hungry. So I went and made a cup of noodles, and we'll probably be eating it while we're playing, but for now, I'm just going to let it sit there. But we are going to continue this game, even though this game calls me out. Got your time. Reminiscent bump? Yeah, okay. I know that. Okay. So, right, we needed to answer. Yeah, I know it's been a sec since we talked.
I've been sitting here trying to work, and all I can think about is the fact that you're, like, dating your couch and your TV.
My door, thank you. Glad to know I'm on your mind.
Oh my god, shut up. It's not just you. It's you and a handsome man version of your toilet, holding hands and whatnot.
No, the toilet's actually ugly. But with the door, though, I think it's going good.
You think? Is it or isn't it?
Dating is harder than I thought it was going to be.
You're just realizing that now, huh? It is hard out there. At least you don't have to leave your house to struggle. The rest of us have to get dressed and shit, do our hair, put on a little makeup. Okay, but honestly, like, can you just tell me what it's like? Walking around your house and having, what, hundreds of potential suitors just around? Like, you gotta feel, like, super eligible, right?
That doesn't mean they like me back, you know? It's more overwhelming, really.
Hey, you just gotta take it one date at a time. I just gotta know one thing. When you're out here dating your appliances, are you guys, you know...
Do I know?
Yes, the fuck you do. All right, keep your secrets. If you don't want to kiss and tell with your furniture, who am I to make you? All right, well, I've wasted enough of my workday. All my love to your household object lovers or whatever. Bye.
Okay. I do like that my phone's like almost dead. Can it please stop telling me that there's new things? Exists in 17 different places around the house. Well, we know the trapdoor was one of them. And the inside doors we know, or some of them. I hate having notifications chat. That's why. I have to do this. I just can't. And I already looked up someone that we are not going to be unlocking no matter what. And that'll just be a person that we are never meeting. And, you know, it's just how it's gonna be. Yes. Yes, 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 champs. I see. Understood. Come on. We're never talking to her because she has my grandmother's name. So she's just forever left. I have to go talk to this one, this tennis looking bitch, because she looks like Sailor Moon. And I just have to. I need it in my life. Are we done? No, we're not done yet. Okay, now we're done. There we go. No more notifications. I can't stand them. Glad we were able to bring the teddy bear to our bed. Alright, so we have trapdoor, we have front door, What about backdoor Dorian?
Dorian stands directly in your way, unmovable and unimpressed, and facing away from you entirely.
Oh.
What are you looking at?
See, I see the same thing.
I'm looking at the backyard.
Okay.
It's an important job.
Right. What's in the backyard that's so important?
What's in the backyard simply does not concern you right now.
Oh. I'm
What
sorry.
you need to focus on is inside the house. If you want to speak about why, talk to Front Dorian.
But... Are you his evil twin?
I'm the same as him. I'm just facing the other way.
So silly.
There isn't an evil board in my body.
Okay.
I've been straight with you. Now be straight with me and go away.
Wow. Dorian, no like. Alright, so... Front, back, trap. What is the other one? Would he be like... Because we've already tried these, right? Because I tried that upstairs in my own room. So would it be like a cabinet? No.
A handsome stranger with a model-esque beauty stands just a few feet away from you, posing with a hand in his hair, as though he were in the middle of shooting a perfume ad.
Oh.
The moment he lays eyes on you, he lights up, drinking you in with a warm smile and warmer gaze.
Ciao, beautiful. What are you doing?
Admiring you.
Ah, but of course. I am admirable in so many ways.
Okay, I like this guy. I like this guy. You're gonna pass on him? Why?
Tell me specifically, per favore. And then I might do the same for you.
I like him a lot. The jacket, your shoulders, your smile.
You have excellent taste. You are a fresh pasta, a plump, juicy tomato.
Well,
Sweet,
not everyone
salty.
wants Twinkie boys who barely look like they hit puberty, Orca.
Tell me, one object of desire to another. But first, I must introduce myself. The music of courtship has its cadence, after all. I am the one and only Fabrizio.
Fabrizio.
Amore.
Amore.
Piacere di conoscerti.
Sir, you guys speak English. I am so screwed. I don't know what you're saying. So I feel like if I said the middle one, that probably would have been bad.
Now that we are introduced, we must get to know each other, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Let us begin with a simple question. Un aperitivo. Do you, and so much is contained within your answer, have a favorite flower?
I do. I do.
Ah, tessero bellissimo. Of course you do. A vibrant heart must have a love of nature.
No. No, because the game has stats that you're supposed to meet, like Persona. So, ideally, my character would have had 60 smarts and would have been able to respond.
Picture it. I will try to guess what it is.
You will absolutely never guess my real one,
I
so.
see. Amore, what a rich and colorful mind you have. It is a pleasure to me to be inside your eyes.
Yes, I'll show you in a second
seeing
what I'm talking about,
all your
Orca.
nooks and your crannies.
Since you were not here from the beginning. I have crannies?
Ah, do you ever, amore? And exquisite crannies they are.
Hmm.
And somewhere buried in one of them, like a golden treasure waiting to be found, is this flower in your mind.
No, yesterday.
You see red.
Yesterday.
No, not red.
When I first started this game.
Amore, how specific you are. I do see red. And also I see orange.
I literally just started
Color of sunset.
because I was getting food because I realized
see
I was
blue.
hungry.
The color of the ocean at night. Or the sadness at the bottom of your eyes. I see yellow and pink. The colors of the wings of the lefate glimmering in the early morning light. Amore, so powerful is your mind, sending this vision to me. I can even smell this flower.
I don't know how strong of a scent moonflowers have, but sure.
It's a little spicy. It's earthy and yet light. Smell is such a powerful sense, Amore. It is the sense that goes most directly to our memories and our hearts. What a gift you give me, Amore, with this aroma. You are thinking your most favorite flower is Uccello de Paradiso, the bird of paradise.
Not even close. But sure, we'll entertain them. Holy bouquets, how did you know that?
I know nothing, Amore. I know only what you show me, and I am at your mercy. Thank you for the gift of your favorite flower.
Why can I not, like, use space to continue? It's pissing me off. Okay, yeah, this is hot.
Amore, we have just begun.
Mm-hmm.
Hot, you say? We are only a gentle simmer. Our flavors will only deepen with time. I feel I should tell you also, it may look as though I have something of a hard exterior. I have heard before, though not from lovers, that I can sometimes appear closed. But let me assure you, nothing could be further from the truth. I am open. I take great pleasure in being so, open to the world, to experience. I am open to you, Amore.
All right,
Will you grant me another gift?
sure.
Will you share with me more about yourself? What do you love? What makes you cry? What inspires your passion?
Okay. Those are some big questions.
I love the big questions. I love the small questions. It is the finding out about each other, sharing your hearts that brings the spice and sweetness to life. Might I suggest that we savor these questions over dinner? Then we have a date.
Absolutely.
Bellissimo. La buona fortuna smiles on me today. I'll be counting the minutes. I will await your pleasure, Amore. Ciao to you for this moment, mia stella nuova. Where you go now, take with you the passion of Fabrizio.
Okay. So what I was talking about is this. See? Like Persona. So we got our sass, we got our smarts, charm, empathy, and poise. Yeah. But I only gain points when I actually reach a specific level with people. Like friends, love, or hate. And zero ass, yeah. It's sass dear. Yeah. So ideally, I need to go back and start like trying to befriend some of these people. Because none of them are really anything. Like, see, he wants empathy. Dorian wants poise, and I don't have that. But we can, like, try to talk to our phone, maybe in Skylar Specs. I don't know how you talk to her. Are easier to befriend than others? Yeah, they have to be, I mean. Cause like, how am I going to get 60 charm otherwise? I don't know.
Aldivinites! Salutations, and a good greeting from your CEO, David Most. Wow, the other night was quite a lively celebration, wasn't it? Honestly, I don't remember much. Which means Sandy in corporate events planning did her usual bang-up job. Inspirational work, Sandy. Way to earn that 3% cost of living bonus. Keep it up and undoubtedly you'll be CEO one day. Unfortunately, sometime during the festivities, my sunglasses seem to have been misplaced. By who, exactly, is impossible to know for sure. We've combed every inch of the hotel, and they did not end up in the lost and found. So it seems likely that someone mistakenly took them home. Honestly, they're worthless. They were given to me by someone special, and they do have some amount of sentimental value. So if you have any information related to their whereabouts, please email me ASAP. Oh, and if someone from the press happens to reach out, they were definitely just normal sunglasses and not a highly classified prototype we're secretly developing in conjunction with the federal government. Unrelated, please bid a fond Valdivian farewell to Sandy in corporate events planning, whose role has been eliminated due to ongoing workforce optimization efforts. Best of luck in all your new endeavors, Sandy.
Okay. So yeah, he wants the sunglasses that we were given, that were a prototype. Hold on. I swear to God, people never text me if I'm not streaming, but the second I start streaming, people are like, "Hi, hello, how are you?" Sure. What do I talk to the phone?
And this is the final look. What y'all think? Follow the link in my bio for a full list of all the pieces.
She holds up a finger, pausing for a moment.
Ooh, sorry, 1 sec. I just need to upload this real quick. There, done. Any longer and I would have missed my upload window. You know how the algorithm on Facebook is. If you don't post every day, you completely lose your viewership. Woo, it's a grind, but my fans are worth it. Only the most popular social media app of all time. It's like InstaFan, Sitter, and Knickknack all in one, only better.
Okay.
No, like literally. Facebook bought them all out and combined the best parts of them into the social media platform to end all social media platforms.
Ah, I see.
It's
Okay.
pretty exclusive, invite only, and I don't think humans are allowed.
Wait, what? What? What do you mean humans aren't allowed? No humans allowed, why not?
No offense, but humans don't have the best track record. I mean, y'all invented things like taxes and littering, ooh, and small talk. Then again, y'all made phones too, so it's not like you're all bad. I guess, since you don't have a placebook, I could share my feed with you.
Okay.
Fill you in on all the tea so you're not missing out.
Right. Maybe you can show me some of your videos sometimes too?
Ooh, are things heating up in here or is it just me? Ooh, I don't think you can see them even with your fancy glasses. But at least I can tell you what I've been up to.
Why not? Why can't I see them with fancy glasses?
Alert, temperature warning. Woo,
Oh.
not again.
Is something wrong?
Huh? Oh, it's nothing.
Sure sounds like something.
Fine, really. It's just a faulty sensor. Forget about it.
Oh wait, she has a tattoo down here and didn't even notice. Faulty sensor, do I need to take you to the, phone doctor?
First of all, I'm pretty sure that's not a thing.
I mean, repairman. My phone is at home.
And secondly, even if it were a thing, I don't need one because I already know what the problem is.
Oh, okay.
It's probably just acting up because I did an extra hour on live. Trust me, I just need a nice hard reset and I'll be good to go. I'll catch up with you after. Try not to miss me too much.
Why, lady? So we could talk to Chase again. Wait, the ladder? Of course they'd be traumatized. What do you mean? Oh, does that count as Dorian, the or like the actual ladder, even though that's not a door and I wasn't looking at the actual door part? Who have we talked to that we could talk to again? We could talk to her. There is one person we're not going to ever talk to. Well, two technically, but we've already met one of them by force. The other one I will never even meet.
I mean, I know you said you would, but I figured you were just being polite. Oh, I'm so happy. Well, let me be a good hostess and fix you a drink. What would you like?
Yes, I do. I looked it up. Let's do a cocktail.
Excellent. So, what'll it be?
Well, I don't like martinis. I hate mojitos. We tried this last time, so let's go with this. Oh,
You know that drink takes 7 minutes for me to shake?
I didn't know that.
I'm charging extra. Anyway, coming right up.
I didn't know that.
7 minutes later.
How was I supposed to? I don't fucking know what that drink is. That's such a bitch move. Down your drink.
You drain your glass with impressive speed.
So I drank it faster than it took for her to shake it,
Oh,
huh?
that was fast.
Thanks, Bev.
Anytime. Seriously. Anytime. I still haven't had any new customers.
No.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I make good drinks, I picked a good spot for my bar, and I'm cute and charming to boot. What else do I need?
Do you advertise?
Advertise? You really think that's necessary?
Well, if you're not getting anyone, then yes, I am going to say that's probably necessary. No one's going to come if no one knows about it.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that's true. Damn. That feels so obvious now. I just figured word of mouth would be all I needed, right? I mean, they say that's the best form of advertising. But I guess if there are no mouths in the first place, then there can't be any words. That sentence made more sense in my head, but you know what I mean. Too bad this house doesn't have someone like the concept of graphic design or marketing to help me. So, I guess we're gonna be doing it ourselves.
Sure thing, Bev. Yes, so.
Now, we need this ad to be enticing. We need to be eye-catching and strike up curiosity. But
Right.
how would we go about that?
I have no idea. Eye-catching buzzwords.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. Which of these words do you feel best describes the atmosphere of the Tipsy Tumbler?
Fun.
A good start, but I think we could do better.
Okay.
We gotta bust out the thesaurus. Show that we're smart, too.
Oh, fuck.
Now, Lyric won't come by anymore after I tricked him into saying some drunk tongue twisters. But he left behind some good pages on his way out. How about one of these bad boys? I mean, they're all just different ways of saying fun, I think. Or at the very least, they sound like they would.
Oh, God, what are they? Oh. Whoopee, no.
That's fun to say. Vivacity.
Yeah, vivacity.
Va-si-ti.
Yes.
Yeah, now we're cooking.
Okay. Was that all we had? No, we still have one left. We can try and go talk to Teddy. How about that?
Oh, this one. This is the Biggie Buddy. It's a good one.
Okay. Teddy? Yeah, this is your teddy bear. Can't wait.
The Great Constructing of Beaver Proudtail.
Yes, he is. If you talk to him during the day, he gives you advice, and if you talk to him at night, he gives you a bedtime story.
It was very early in the morning, one cold and foggy day, a very long time ago.
Yeah, so you actually find him in the closet, and you were given the option to just leave him in the closet or take him to the bed. And I was like, we're taking him to the bed, hello?
Young Beaver Proudtail was walking quietly and efficiently through the dugout tunnels of his den, his trusty stick tucked confidently under one arm.
Wait, Orca, were you here when we did Trapdoor Dorian?
It was at this time every morning that the young beaver made his rounds, through the whole den where his colony lived, and then up.
Oh, yeah, I
and
did
out
send
the
it to
riverbank
you, that's
to
right.
The world he knew, the world he vigilantly protected.
Not
But the
fair.
strangeness
This game
of
doesn't play
outside.
fair.
His large tail balanced him expertly as he climbed the long entrance tunnel to the surface, occasionally using his dignified stick in an undignified manner to scramble up the pathway.
I just remembered something. I still have crowd control on, don't I? As an overlay. And we do not want that, so hold on, let me... Because I don't want anyone buying crowd control things when we're not even currently using it. There we go. Perfect, fixed it.
As he heaved himself out onto the bank of the river, Beaver's attentiveness grew even more acute. It was dangerous to be outside alone. The Great War with the colony across the river had been going on for as long as he could remember, and a fair bit of time beyond that. It seemed like there had always been the war. He couldn't remember any outright battles or even any scrappy skirmishes, but they were definitely at war. He was sure of it. For a moment, he almost asked himself what the war was even about. But he forgot to finish the question. He was very young, after all, and what did it matter? The colony was on the other side of the river, and beavers didn't even cross rivers. He smartly tucked his stick back under his arm and began his patrol. So many steps this way, a scrutinizing scan, and so many steps back. But today, something was different. On the other bank of the river, through the fog, he heard the distinctive sounds of battle. "On guard, ye scum-footed knave," the voice cried. "Defy me at your peril." The sounds of the wood clanging against wood echoed through the fog. Hey-ya! Pow! Bing, bang, boom!
Nice voices!
Thank you. Who goes there? Shouted Beaver, his heart in his little throat. As an answer, he heard a young and high-pitched yelp. Ah! My name is Builder. Hi?
I don't think I could ever actually romance his character, though.
Hi. It was all Beaver could manage. He was talking to another creature, a stranger, and a stranger from across the river at that. How many times had the Colony Council, the Denizen, warned him about the dangers of this? It was strictly against the rules, and Beaver had always followed the rules. Hi! The voice came careening back across the water. What's your name?
This is actually surprisingly long bedtime story.
Beaver heaved a deep breath.
I thought it was going to be
Whoever this
something super
builder
quick and
was,
fast.
Beaver was not going to be shown less brave than he. I'm Beaver. Beaver Proudtail. Well, hello, Beaver Patton.
Huh?
Builder Jumpfoot's my name.
Patton?
I'm playing at war. Want to join me?
How did they hear Patton out of that?
I most certainly do not, cried Beaver. Playing at war? War is serious business, not for playing. My colony is in a war right now, and I'm going to be a general when I grow up. I'm going to win that war. You'll see. Oh, gosh, sighed Builder. I sure hope you do. My colony is in a war too, and I'm so tired of it. That's why I made it a game. Games are so much less boring than
Okay,
wars
have
all the
fun,
time.
Orca. Goodbye. Thank you for stopping by.
The pieces began rapidly whirling around in Beaver's mind. Builder's colony. He's at war too. right across the river. He realized he was talking to a beaver from the colony across the river, his sworn enemy since birth. Just then, the wind blew a gentle clearing in the fog, and the two young beavers saw each other for the first time. They could have been twins. Bright black eyes, thick tails, strong sticks, embellished with their colony colors.
Well, wouldn't all beavers look like twins? Because they're beavers.
Builder's face broke into a broad grin. You look just like me! Scoffed Beaver. I'd say you look just like me! Builder laughed. The two regarded each other in amazement for another moment. It was the first time either of them had seen a denizen from the other colony. Builder leaned down and hefted up a perfect pebble from the riverside. Not too big, not too small. He tossed it up. With perfect timing, he swung his stick easily, and Beaver heard it crack as it met the pebble in midair and sent it winging across the water. Instinctively, Beaver reached out and caught it in his paw. Now he was accepting contraband? What would his parents say?
Probably that's not a good idea.
But, upon inspection, the pebble was quite beautiful. It had a single bold red stripe around it, and it was wet from the riverside mud. His young mind decided that he would keep it. He would keep it a secret, of course, and that was all right. The denizen didn't have to know everything.
Yeah, of course.
The clearing
not,
in
no.
the fog began to fill with thickened air. He looked up, suddenly anxious to lose his new friend. Friend? Huh. How quickly that had happened. And there Builder was, smiling and waving. Maybe we'll play together again soon, he offered. Beaver gripped the pebble and nodded. Yes. Yes, maybe. One day. And then Builder was lost. Beaver finished his patrol and took his new experience, his pebble, and his smartly tucked stick back down to the colony. How you doing, buddy? Need a break?
I'm in. This is so fun.
Many seasons had passed since that morning when Beaver Proudtail, all grown up, marched through the tunnels of his colony toward his audience with the denizen. Today was the day he'd been anticipating his whole life. Today, he would be made an under-general of the colony, and he'd finally have the chance to present his machine. See, the machine he envisioned was a daring one. He was prepared for pushback and doubt from the council. The longest, in particular. The longest had been the leader of the denizens for most of his life, and she was not always interested in things new or unfamiliar. He rapped on the denizen chamber door. Knock, knock. Enter! He took a deep breath and pushed. My goodness, Beaver, sighed the longest, brows knitted. This machine is quite an undertaking, and you won't even tell us what it does. Yes, ma'am, Beaver nodded. It must be kept a secret, for now, but I promise it will conclusively end this war.
Okay.
The longest considered. Normally, I would say no. Unfamiliar can be dangerous, and outright new, well. She stroked her silver-gray whiskers. The other council members watched her reverently. But we have all seen the construction beginning on the other side of the river. We have no way of knowing what they're up to, and it would be irresponsible of us to take no action at all. They're doing something. We must do something too. Deep murmurs of assent rippled around the small stump table. And we trust Beaver. He is our newest under-general, after all. She winked in his direction. If he believes his machine will truly and finally tip the balance of the Great War in our favor. She paused. The silence was agonizing. Beaver kept his eyes fixed on the wall just behind her head, patient. His paw unconsciously turned and returned a small pebble in his pocket. caressing along the line of a single great red stripe. Then permission is granted. Beaver let go the breath he had been holding. Whew. Begin construction as soon as you are able, Under General. And good luck. She smiled warmly. But the burden of her long years of leadership showed through her sagging cheeks. We will be watching. Beaver smartly untucked and
This is very long.
slapped his tail once against the packed ground in assent. Yes, ma'am. Longest. I'll begin right away. He turned on his heel and marched out of the chamber. It was the first day of summer. It was going to be a long and exciting season. At first, the build crews the Longest had placed under his command were reticent. What are we building? They would complain. What does it do? When Beaver said nothing and admonished them to follow instructions, their eyes flickered nervously to the building across the river. Maybe it's something to help us fish the river, Corinth Blue Eye speculated. Did you hear? Denny Strongpaw almost got swept away yesterday. And his whole crew. He did? But Denny's the strongest fisher we have. Shelby Tunneler sighed. Ah, this river. It's so fast. Yes, yes, retorted maddened Sharptooth. But fishing will not win us the war. We must focus on the war. And the others agreed and went back to their building. Sometimes the Longest would come to check on the machine, casting her critical eye over every joint and pillar. Most often, she went back below with hardly a word to Beaver, appraising, wearing her doubt like a shawl. But as the summer season progressed, the mood began to shift.
Okay.
Crew's machine,
Oh,
whatever
oopsies.
it was taking
do
shape,
that.
and its scale was impressive. It looked angry. It looked like the great weapon they all hoped and prayed it was.
Oh boy.
The crews began comparing their machine to the thing on the other side of the river. They even began trading barbs and joked with the beavers working on the other side. They pushed and prodded about who would finish their project first. Ours is a ship to go to the sky, and from there, we'll drop stars on you, and we'll win the war. Ha! Would come the reply. Ours is a wooden dragon who lives under the water, who can take us safely across this speeding river, and we'll come upon you unexpectedly, and we'll win the war. Days were marked now by hard work, and the sounds of challenge ricocheting across the water. Beaver, said the Longest as she held onto his arm one day late into the summer sun, I don't need to tell you. The whole colony speaks of nothing but your machine. They are all so proud of you. Beaver nodded solemnly. Thank you, ma'am. But the season draws on. You must finish before the rains come. And then you'll have to finally tell us what this is that you've created. Beaver's paw found the lucky pebble in his pocket. Yes, ma'am, we will be done. And I will test it, and you will watch. You'll see the destruction of our enemy. The Longest squeezed his arm affectionately, and together they looked out over the setting sun and the water. How you doing, buddy? Need a break?
No, let's keep going.
And then the day came. The crew stood around the great machine, eyeing with wonder the marvel that they had built. A few beaver folk noticed how similar theirs looked to the one across the river. But that was okay, they reasoned. They had been built facing each other after all. Beaver Proudtail strode up to the front of his machine. With his well-worn stick and his powerful bearing, he cut quite a figure. Corinth Blue Eye and Shelby Tunneler stood just behind him, awaiting their orders. All right, Corinth. Beaver turned to face them. Do you have the rope? Yes, sir. Corinth turned to Shelby, who produced the end of a long length of woven rope from a basket in the base of the machine. Time to get me up there, then. With the end of the rope tied around his waist, Beaver climbed up to what looked like a large square of woven netting, pulled tightly back from its center by a thick cable. The cable was held by 4 whole crews of beaver folk, straining against the resistance of the net. The longest stood back at a safe distance, her shawl wrapped tightly around her shoulders to ward off the early autumn chill. Beaver settled himself right in the middle of the netting, at the last moment shaking his head in sudden memory. "Here," he said to Shelby, and handed her his precious stick. "I'll be back for this." "Back?" queried Shelby. "Ready, crews!" shouted Beaver. "Ready under General!" came the chorused reply. "And loose!"
It's just a dam, isn't it?
At their cue, the crews simultaneously released their hold on the cabling, and the netting rocketed forward, launching Beaver Proudtail out into the air.
No, no.
"Great river!" they cried in consternation and shock. "What? Where is he gone? Is he all right? Oh, what have we done?" The confusion was so great that not even the longest could restore order. Minutes passed before another shape came sailing over the river from the other side to plop safely and squarely into
Or
the
is it
center of the
Catapult?
net. It was Beaver. He had the same square head and the same rope wrapped securely around his waist. "Good lord! What a ride! That's the most fun I've had in weeks," said the shape in the net. He began to disentangle himself and stand up. And it wasn't Beaver after all. The royal of the crews was instant and a bit frightening. "Who is this? Who are you?" they cried, and the longest shouted at the top of her lungs, "Detain the stranger!" The crews pulled him down from the net, and the stranger never stopped smiling, greeting them warmly, even patting some of the beaver folk on the back. He looked just like Beaver. But Beaver never smiled like that. Beaver hardly smiled at all, come to think of it. "I can understand your confusion," said the stranger genially. "Beaver and I looked so much alike, even when we were kids. My name is Builder. Builder Jumpfoot." When no reply or greeting was forthcoming, Builder went on. "I'm from the colony across the river." Oh, the silence was absolute. Across the river? How was that possible? Was he a weapon? Where was Beaver? How were they ever to get him back?
He's got the right idea here.
Builder just smiled, absolutely at his ease, seemingly pleased as punch to be among all these new friends. And into this silence sailed the figure of Beaver, a new rope tied around his waist. There were now 3 lines of thick rope across the river. Beaver landed expertly in the center of the net, untied his waist rope, and climbed down. "You are Builder?" Beaver reached out his paw to the stranger. "And you could only be Beaver," the stranger exclaimed, gripping that paw warmly with his own. "I am Builder indeed, and it has been the dream of my life to finally meet you like this, in the daylight, on the same soil." "Mine as well, my friend." Beaver, for the first time in his life, allowed himself a great, eye-crinkling smile. "I almost can't believe it worked." "Now, wait just a minute," trilled the longest, making her slow path down to the machine. "What on Riverbank is happening here? We are at war, Beaver. And Builder, too. You both should know better. Beaver, you promised us that your machine would win the war, and here you have brought the enemy you promised to destroy right to the mouth of our colony tunnel." Beaver turned to the longest with an open face. "Yes, ma'am, I did. I believe you'll agree, though, that I have won the war. We have all won the war, because the war is over." The longest stared. "The machines that we have built will allow us to become not 2 colonies at war, but a single colony, united. The machines are designed to dam this river, ma'am,"
Okay, yeah.
offered Builder. "I believe You have the same dangers with fishing and swimming that we do. That you have never crossed it? The crews cackled at the absurdity of ever crossing this raging river. We have no need to fight the river now, you see? Builder continued. We sail above it, just as the single pebble did long ago, whispered Beaver.
Ah.
Builder smiled. We have already carried 3 great ropes from side to side between us, and it will be short work to have a whole net built across the river. Once the river is dammed, it will be a still pond, stocked with all the fish we could ever need. Calm enough for us and our kits to play in. We will be a great community. The first colonies to ever cross water. The first ingenious constructors in the history of us. The crews were open-mouthed. Their paws hung still at their sides as they realized the magnitude of what they had accomplished. But would it truly be good, as they said? Who was really to say how this great feat would be remembered? The longest took a deep, rattling breath. I can see why you did not tell us at first, Beaver, the true purpose of your machine. She glanced at him sidelong. I surely would have said no. Nothing this daring has ever even been attempted before, let alone under the mask of subterfuge. Beaver looked up at her, suddenly a very young kit again in his heart. Yes, that is true, ma'am. I have won the war. I have won by making it go away. We have all won it. By making friends out of old enemies. Ma'am... Mother. Do you like it? The longest looked fondly on her son. Her serious and guarded and daring and wonderful son. Yes, child. I have never been more proud of anyone. Builder guffawed and began to dance around, slapping Beaver brazenly and companionably on his back. Beaver stood solemn, quiet, a gentle smile tickling the corners of his mouth, satisfied. It was, as they had promised, quick work to dam the river. Beaver and Builder were excellent guides, and the crew from both sides of the river proved naturally adept and joyous in their work. Before the autumn settled in, a great still pool existed between the two colonies. Kits splashing and playing, and parents fishing safely. Denny Strongpaw, the best fisher in the fast water, turned out to be the best fisher in still water too, much to his delight. And very early each morning, Beaver Proudtail still crept quietly from the colony and performed his morning rounds. He had never missed a day. But now, his favorite part of his patrol was seeing Builder Jumpfoot across the water and batting a very specific, very lucky, red striped pebble back and forth.
That was a really nice story. Peace and love forever.
That's just it. Thanks for listening all the way through. Good night, buddy.
Okay. Ah, we have this. Phoenicia, that's right. Oh, because these are her pictures. Okay. With a love ending from her. Okay. Wait, so then what is this one? In the kitchen. Okay, we gotta go to the kitchen. Where is Teddy? Oh, yeah. That means I have to order everything, huh? Okay, fine. I suppose. Hi, Teddy. I have the Henry Me bedtime story. There's 2 different ones. Like, there are 2 other ones. Okay. Okay. Well, we start the day off by going and talking to Dorian in the kitchen. So would it be you?
Looking for the place to do laundry? Right this way. We have loads of strange folk here.
Okay.
Would you like to hear?
Sure, why not?
We have Titus the detergent, Washford and Drysdale the stackables, and Harper the hamper. Who would you like to know more about?
What is Harper?
She's the hamper in the corner. You would think that a wicker basket wouldn't have so strong a personality, but you'd be dead wrong.
I'll be on my guard.
Do. Who would you like to know more about?
Tell me about Stackables.
Drysdale and
Oh,
Washford.
hello, hi!
They sit atop each other and practically do everything this place of washing needs. Drysdale, he's full of himself.
How are you?
Washford, he's also full of himself. They're perfect for each other. Who would you like to know more about?
I'm okay.
It's a pleasure to serve.
I'm okay. I'm very sleepy, even though I've been sleeping like all day long. Speak to Dorian in the kitchen. I just did. Does that not count as the kitchen? Where would I even have talked to him? I mean, like... is that Dorian? Oh my god, that's the door. Oh my god. How about we go talk to the Shadow Man again?
Shadow Lord greets you in his own unique fashion, throwing his arms open wide as he calls out to you.
The lights dim and the shadows reign supreme. The doors of the abyss open for yours truly. Ah, a dark day to you, my penumbra. Ooh, I have something I want to show you.
What is it?
Evidence of my
She's
power
modeled up.
returning. During our previous exchange,
Thank you.
you questioned if our discussion was monumental in any way. Now, observe closely.
Oh, I'm observing. Don't you
Come
worry.
to me, servants of the night.
Shadow Lord stands stock still, arms spread wide with his head tilted up. He seems to be waiting for something.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
He starts, turning to look at something you can't make out. He points triumphantly.
There. Do you feel them?
No.
You feel a tickle at your leg.
Oh my god, there's bugs. Is there something crawling on me? I love silverfish!
Yes!
Glory to be the Shroud of Darkness, Shadow Lord.
Witness my power. Witness my mercy. Begone, you pests!
With a swipe of his clawed hand, Shadow Lord scatters his insect minions away into nothingness.
There. They shall not intrude your presence again.
Okay, thank you. I thank you for your mercy, Lord of Shadows.
I am merciful for your thankness, granted human.
Okay.
Most merciful of thankness, most bountiful. I have to say, Penumbra, I'm quite surprised.
Uh-huh.
Your unfamiliarity of the dark is unexpected. This resistance to the colligiosity must be reversed. Perhaps your soul is not attuned properly. Training is in
If I
order.
come see you at night, that probably make more sense. You know what training you got? Let's level up.
Yes. Conversation will keep darkness in our mind tempered and in our control. Just as you participate in the labors of light, surely you partake in the leisures of darkness as well. What activities do you enact in the shadows? Regale me with every detail Penumbra.
I get read bedtime stories. Doom scroll.
What is that?
Scrolling through a social media feed for hours and feeling like garbage.
Well, that sounds incredibly sad.
Yeah, it is.
Why do you do this in the dark?
Sometimes I do it during the day.
Fascinating. I can't speak to the merits, if any, of this activity, but I can part with you some words to remember by. Even in your loneliest moments, you are a god. In darkness, I will be there to remind you as such. In light, you walk with your shadow. A shadow can only imitate its source, meaning everything that's wonderful about you is always there, even if you don't realize it.
That was romantic.
Shadow Lord seems taken aback, rubbing one clawed hand at the back of his shadowy neck.
I didn't mean anything by that. Obviously. I am grateful to you for providing me more insight into your life. Behold, our corrupted bond grows.
Yes, I am beholding you, Shadow Lord.
Oh,
He exhales, his hands tightening into fists before throwing his arms open once more. You're beginning to grow used to this routine with him.
I feel it. Another piece of my dark armament. It courses through my once dazed body, rejuvenating to the next stage.
Okay, buddy.
Excellent. My form is stronger,
Is it?
yet still incomplete.
I'm so happy for you, my dreary friend.
Until next time, Penumbra. Oh, and I do hope you have a pleasant rest. You'll need to conjure as much void aura as you can for our next ritual.
We're gonna have to try and talk to him at night and see what happens. Let's go talk to Eddie and Bolt.
From outside, the breaker box is bustling. You push open the heavy door, but the first thing to grab your ears isn't the dulcet tones from the stage. It's the aggravated whispers of a heated and private argument in the corner between Eddie and Volt.
You should be resting. I'll add it to the list.
Eddie.
There's no time, all right? There's too much to do, and unless you want us to blow a fuse... We're not going to blow a fuse. Though you might if you don't relax. Everything is well in hand. Look, fine. Just a few hours, but only if you swear you'll keep me updated. Have I ever failed you before?
I'm going to assume yes.
Obviously not. I'm serious, Volt. If it gets worse, you come get me.
Clearly not fully convinced, Eddie chews on his lip. Finally, he turns, blowing past you with barely a nod.
Livewire!
Volt's whole demeanor shifts as he notices you, and you feel just as tingly as the first time.
How delightful! You're back!
I hope I didn't interrupt anything important.
Hmm? Oh, nothing of consequence. Administrative responsibilities, you know. I wouldn't want to bore you with the details.
Volt's eyes shoot to the lights, and immediately back to you.
Can I set you up with a table? The show doesn't start until later, though I imagine we can find something to fill the time.
Sure, let's get situated.
The lights begin to flicker again. A familiar occurrence by now, but this incident feels different. It lasts longer than it should. The buzzing feels ominous, almost like a warning.
My apologies, Livewire. As much as I'm enjoying our conversation, there are a few things I must attend to. It's nearly time to open for the show. Allow me to show you to your seat.
It does feel like your seat now, even as the power continues to surge and ebb. The lights flicker, the bulbs buzz and drone. The crowd thickens and murmurs anxiously, beginning to grow restless, until Volt finally takes the stage.
We've got a real treat for you tonight.
Please don't be the shower again.
According to him, he is a new musician no one has ever heard of. And if they think they have, they're wrong, or my name ain't Johnny. P.S. Don't read that part. Well, read it, but don't say it out loud, for am's sake. It's Steamy Hendrix!
Yeah, okay, so for shower.
There must be some kind of way crowd here. They'll sell the shampoo to the soap. There's too much conditioner. I can't get no scalp relief. And then I got this guitar solo planned. And I'll be damned if I know how to play the guitar, but I'll learn it a cappella for you. It goes like this. Wow, 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 wow.
Oh no.
No one knows more about stinking than Jean-Luc. And this smells like a big one. A turd named P.U.
I always appreciate feedback from other artists.
That wasn't feedback, darling. That was backwash.
Okay, so makeup kit.
You're right. The tastes of audiences are fickle and ever-changing. I'll retool my act once more. That'll fix it.
The show concludes, mercifully.
Well, wait for Volt.
And you wait. But Volt does not come.
Oh, sadness. Leave, I guess.
You get up to leave and you notice Eddie, quietly closing the door to the back room and shuffling to the bar to fix his drink.
Eddie, how are you?
Oh, for fuck's sake, what do you want?
The prickly you are, the more I want you. Is it just you here closing up?
Obvious question time. Fun.
No, actually, I was looking for you.
Wait, what? Why?
Super Pickle Liar. I want to get some info about him. No, something is wrong in this club.
Why do you think that? Did something happen?
Weird things keep happening with power. He says it's nothing, but it doesn't seem like nothing.
What kind of weird things?
The lights flickering and making a buzzing sound.
So you came here to, what?
To help.
Right. Well, good luck with that.
What? Is that all you... Eddie, come on, please.
The hell do you expect me to do about it? Volt's the one who runs the power here. If there's a problem, let him handle it.
If he could handle it, he would have. He's in over his head.
Huh. Yeah, you're smarter than you look. You actually care about this, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
Damn it. You're not gonna let this go, are you? I'm gonna regret this.
Yeah.
How are you with tools?
I'm important to screw. I know which one is the Phillips head and which one is the flathead. I think the flathead is a Phillips head. Am I wrong? But not great. But I could probably avoid setting anything on fire.
Good enough. Come back after tonight, ready to work.
Okay, what kind of work?
Do you want to help or not?
Right, got it. I'll be here.
Better. You got what you came for, right? Can I finish my drink in peace?
I like to... We haven't even been properly introduced.
Oh, I'm regretting this already.
Damn right you are.
You're not gonna go away unless I do a formal introduction, is that it?
Yeah. Please?
Eddie. My name's Eddie, which you already know because we've met.
Yeah, but I want to hear you say it. You ran into me once. Yes, that counts.
Whatever. Good enough?
Just Eddie, that's all I get. I love this man.
Edison Watts. You want my barcode too?
Okay, so Dorian and Eddie are my favorites.
Look, you'd better rest up if you want to be useful tomorrow.
No, I want to harass you some more.
Changed your mind.
You wish.
Right. Well, this has been something.
Ah.
But I need to get back to it. Oh, and if you do show up, wear something comfortable.
I mean, I'm in my own house. I'm assuming I'm always comfy. Oh, man, I love him. Okay, we want to talk to the tennis girl.
Ah, man, this isn't where the experience is for today. We're meeting at the weight rack. See you tomorrow.
But no, I know, but there's the actual tennis girl, right? Am I insane? What? Was that not her? Is that not who it was? Am I crazy? Oh my god. Let's talk to the fireplace.
Well, well, well. The enigmatic Amber returns for another lesson. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna stick with getting to know you, but it's time for a new kind of icebreaker. As you might know, ice sucks, so we gotta break it. First off, what's the worst way to get someone's attention?
Unwanted touch.
Right! That's just an insincere and unsolicited form of selfish flattery. And for what? Someone who does that isn't trying to get to know you, they're just being a creep. So the real question is, how do you start a conversation with someone you don't know in a respectful way that also shows you might be interested in them and hopefully makes them interested in you? Tricky, right? That's what we're gonna explore today.
You're really passionate about this science and stuff, huh?
You ain't lying. I am fire, after all. A flaming hot, hopeless romantic. You know what I've seen? How many proposals I've warmed? First date flirting in the living room, Valdiva flicks and chills, wine night cuddle sessions, bearskin rug rubdowns. Let's just say I've done my research on this sort of thing. And not to mention, well, I'd like to be in love one day. Anyway, I know about fiery connections. That's why I can help you. But nothing could happen without the icebreaker. And the icebreaker is observation and interest.
Observations?
Right. It might seem basic, but first you gotta notice them. But not just that. You can't be like, oh, they're hot, I'm gonna go talk to them. Nah, yo, you gotta really take them in. What's their demeanor? How do they look? Are they with someone? All that and more. Then, use the information you glean to guess what they might be interested in, and lead with that.
Oh, whoa.
Alright. Say there's somebody you meet for the first time and they're wearing merch of a show or a game or a book, you know? What do? Maybe compliment them on it, right? But what could you immediately follow that compliment up with that's even better?
Ask them who their favorite character is?
That's a good one. Smile, gently ease into the topic, and you can build a great rapport with them really quickly. So, you learn about, or even better, share in their interest. Make them excited about it. Start that connection by talking with them about what brings them the most joy. What better way to build a friendship?
Nice, that makes a lot of sense.
Dope. You get it then. You gotta communicate, you feel me? Let's go to phase 2. Alright, so you made it past the icebreaker. Now you're vibing a little. They mentioned they're going to a concert of one of your favorite bands. What do you say next?
I love them. Are you going with any friends?
That's what I'm talking about, playa. Keeping it nice and casual and taking an interest while showing interest. Smooth. If they say no and they don't really have any friends who are into this band, let them know you might be down to go if they want company. If they say yes, maybe just tell them you're stoked for them. Don't want to seem pushy or self-inviting. Get to know them before getting too personal. You know, build up to it. Maintain that good balance of digging somebody, learning about them, and gauging their boundaries.
Ah, sass. That sounds complicated.
It is, homie, it is. But you can do it. Anyway, that concludes your lesson for the day. See you around for the next one?
You know it.
Alright, next. Until then.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, we don't have any more, do we? Who is the tennis ball girl? Okay, but we have to go talk to Dorian.
Looking at the tiny, big-headed Dorian who stands before you, it's hard not to wonder if perhaps the deviators have glitched. But a quick inspection does seem to show they're working just fine.
No!
What are you looking at?
Oh no, look what they've done. Look how they massacred my boy. You're kind of small, man.
I am slightly smaller than the rest. No
Slightly?
big deal.
Only slightly?
Still a door, not a cabinet, not a hatch.
Okay.
A door, just as much as the rest. Understand?
I understand.
Good.
Wow. Then what door is this? Why is that a thing? Let's go ahead and talk to Chase again, I guess. Chance, not Chase,
My
Chance.
master of the mystics! You have appeared before me as you had promised.
I got 40 down here, you guys. Of course I have. I'm ready to play.
I'm so glad you're here. I knew you wouldn't let me down. I rolled a crit on my insight check of you. Before we start, here's your character sheet.
Ah, pain.
You will be playing the
Hey.
mystical enchanter by the name of Dewey Day Seymour, a hapless apprentice studying at the Arcana Mystica of the Bookshelf Bluffs.
Okay.
Looking at your character sheet, you will notice that you only have 40 health. Don't worry, it won't be that bad.
That's quite a lot of health.
You will see there are spell notches and schools of magic. No need to worry about that really, I made it more for me. Since this is your first time, I'll walk you through what you can do when the time comes. Are you ready to start?
Yeah, let's... let's Dewey this.
I love it. We start our adventure in the study of your mentor, High Enchanter Melville. She is an annoyingly proficient enchanter, and you are lucky to study under her. Only Enchanter Melville is also a hoarder. If you ever needed a magical trinket or a mystical doodad, Melville most likely has it. And after 2 years in their care, you are still relegated to dusting these relics while Melville gives lectures to the spine of enchanters.
What is a spine of enchanters?
The Spine is a group of enchanters that govern the magical world. Melville is one of the foremost researchers and often presents new discoveries to the Spine. You have been doing some magical research on the side, but you have needed some equipment that Melville has to actually get it done. With Melville in conclave for at least another 3 hours with the Spine, you choose now as the time. You go over to your sack of possessing, an item Melville knows you shouldn't have but allows, and you pull out your latest experiment. You found a lamp. Only it doesn't seem to do much. At least, not yet.
I'll get wishes!
That's your hope, anyway. You've tried rubbing it, but nothing works. But surely, there is something here that will awaken whatever is inside. Looking around this cluttered study, your eyes fall on a few things that might help you. There's an arcane amplifier that you've seen used a few times. There is the Cosmos Collector that can call on the stars to make things work. And there is the Mystic Manipulator, used to alter the very fabric of an item's makeup. Which do you use?
Arcane Amplifier, baby!
You scamper over to the amplifier. You slide the lamp into the mechanism and push some magic into its gears. It starts right up. It doesn't take long for the lamp to react to the device. First, it starts to glow. It takes on a warm copper look. But then, it starts to shake. Slightly at first, but then, boom! An explosion of magic rips the device apart, and white smoke consumes you. Some of the glass catches in your skin, and you take 5 damage.
Ouchies.
You wave your hands, clearing your vision. And that.
Granted, I take more damage than that in real life, so I guess I can't complain.
The lamp, on the ground, broken in half. And floating above it, with beautiful purple skin and muscles that just won't quit. A djinn. You've done it! You released the djinn inside of the lamp.
So, you the one who went off and set me free and all that?
You can thank me with my wishes.
The djinn looks at you and cocks out a hip.
Why does
This
he
one
have
has
pasties on
attitude.
his nipples, by the way?
Ah, so we're going with rude instead of grateful then, huh? Got it.
Sir, I'm the one who freed you.
They then look down at the broken lamp.
And the one who has the lamp gets the wishes. Except there is no lamp, is there?
Can't you be nice and give me wishes anyways?
I'm good. Thanks for the jailbreak.
And with a whirl, the djinn flies out the window and towards the woods. You realize that this is bad.
How bad is it?
Djinns have been trapped in lamps to stop them from being mischievous and using their powers for evil. You have unleashed a great force into the Bookshelf Bluffs. All of the most powerful enchanters are in conclave for the rest of the day. And if High Enchanter Melville finds out you let a djinn loose, you might as well kiss your education goodbye. What do you do?
I go after it. I gotta catch it.
You rush to your dorm to prepare to catch a djinn. In your dorm, your sack of possessing over your shoulder, you start to think about what you might need. But you don't have a ton of time. Your battle wand, of course. You also grab your Tome of Terrible Creatures. Flipping through it, you make sure you find the chapter on djinns. One paragraph stands out to you. It's about metal and the way djinn react to it. It's something to come back to. Oh, don't forget your ringing rock. Someone might call you. You know you can't hesitate for too much longer, so you decide to grab one more thing. Do you want the large red mystery potion? Or there is a box with runes sketched into it. It looks like your roommate's, but it also looks powerful. Maybe this will help? Which do you take?
I take the box. Give me the box.
You grab the box and shove it inside your sack of possessing. You have no time to figure out what it is right now. You quickly head out of the door and toward the woods. You get to the edge of the woods and it isn't hard to figure out where the djinn went. A path of trees has been bowled over. The funny thing is, the path seems to be heading toward a very specific location. It is headed for the hut of the groundskeeper, Moise. Moise is a bumbling old fool, but has a good heart.
He's cute.
If anything happened to them...
No, not Moise.
You race through the woods toward Moy's cabin. Right on the edge of where Moy's cabin would be, you see Moy's. They are tied to a tree, but they aren't resisting.
Moise, no!
A tiny gnome, Moy's has always been kind to you. They snuck you herbs you needed for your experiments and may have helped you destroy evidence of a failed enchantment before.
Moise, are you alright?
Oh, I'm fine. You can leave me here. They said they would come back for me.
The djinn is going to untie you?
Oh no! My tools! The trowel told me they would come back for me. It's my trusty trowel.
You start to think that Moyes has lost their mind when you suddenly see something from the corner of your eye. It's a spade, except with arms and legs. Following behind that is a shovel, a rake, another spade, and the aforementioned trowel. They are taking pieces from Moy's cabin and leading them into the woods.
So we're just cool with this, Moyes?
The tools are following the instruction of the Jinn that came through here. Oh, I hope you didn't have anything to do with that.
Never, Moyes, never. I practice the art of silence.
All I know is that the tools need my shed so they can build a throne for the Jinn.
No!
They might be able to lead you to the Jinn. What do you want to do?
No, we have to help Moyes! Okay, well, if I'm stealthy, maybe I can follow them back.
You decide to stealth your way out of this one. As the tools begin to head off down a path, wood and various building materials in hand, you follow them from a distance. Every now and then, you have to stop because the trowel looks like it's looking for you. But you keep going, following them for a few minutes. Eventually, they stop.
All right, time for our break. We've been working for an hour, so we're taking 10.
The tools all put down what they are carrying and they begin to talk. You listen closely.
So, Rick, you doing all right? This work has out of your general wheelhouse.
Oh, thanks for asking, Spade. I'm hanging in there. Trowel can really push a person, though.
Oh, I know. Try being their cousin.
Crazy thing is, I should have stayed in the glade with the Jinn. Did you see all those leaves?
They were everywhere.
And I'm the perfect tool for the job. But no, lift this board, Rick. Put it there, Rick.
The spade puts its tiny hand on the rake's arm.
When we get to the glade, you want me to say something?
Nah, thanks, though. The Jinn seems like a fair guy. I'll talk to him, see what he can do.
The trowel walks over to the rake and the spade.
We're gonna head back to the shed after our break. Gotta pull some nails for Hammer.
You've heard all you need to, and you head toward the glade. As you make your way toward the glade, your magical senses start to tingle. You see a few pebbles floating in midair. They float up and down, glowing a soft blue. From your education, you know this to be a ley line. It is one of many that converge around the school. You think this is why the Jinn went this way, to amass more power along the ley line. But there might be more to it than that. Still, time is of the essence. You could steam forward toward the Jinn, or stop and do some quick research from your book.
Knowledge is power. Open the pages.
You take a moment to sit down and crack open the book you brought with you. Flipping to the back of the book to find a ley line in the index, you quickly find your page. It says that while they were great sources of power, they can also be a great source of healing.
So I can get back my 40
health. You find a
health?
ritual of rejuvenation and you partake. You have gained an additional 15 health. Nothing else in the book really helps you, but at least you feel more prepared for what is to come.
So I actually have 50 health now, so I went over my max health earlier. Oh.
With your sack on your shoulder and your wand at the ready, you venture toward the glade. You travel for another 10 to 15 minutes. It is then you see it. A glade surrounded by trees, and in the middle of it, the Jinn. He is feeding off of a ley line. Behind him is a half-constructed throne. As you contemplate what to do, you hear a magical tone. You search for where it is coming from. Oh, your ringing rock! You quickly search your sack for the ringing rock and answer it in hushed tones.
Kinda in the middle, something.
Oh, there you are. Where are you right now?
That voice is one you would never forget. High Enchanter Melville is on the other end.
I've come looking for you. I need you to help me in the lecture hall. We made a bit of a mess. You weren't in the study, so I figured you are done with your chores.
I'm almost done.
Why does it sound like you are outside? Is that a ley line I hear?
No, never. She's really powerful.
You know that Melville isn't the biggest fan of lying. You have a choice to make. Do you come clean? Or do you hide the truth from your mentor?
I might have unleashed an evil Jinn into the school.
You
what?
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's so hot you can barely hold it.
And let me guess, you're off trying to capture it on your own, aren't you?
Maybe.
You hear her signature mumbles along with some choice words rolled in there.
All right. Listen closely. You need to bind this stupid thing. If you do exactly as I say, you should be fine. Mess it up, and you will be blown to bits. Got it?
Yeah.
You listen closely, taking every action to memory, and even repeating it back to Melville.
First, circle the area with soil from where you stand. Then, begin an ice spell, only touch it to the ground. Lastly, recite the haiku of holding. You should know it from class. I'm on my way to you, but you must do this first. Hold tight. I'll be there soon. And don't expect to get off easy.
Nah,
The
I'll be
ringing
okay.
rock disconnects. She hung up on you. None of that matters now. You have to complete exactly what she says. You start to follow the steps set out by Melville. The first thing you do is
Circle the area with soil.
you grab a pile of soil in your hand and, staying tucked in the trees, complete your circle. The next step was to start what kind of spell?
An ice spell.
The bitter cold pulses through your finger. You touch the dirt and hear it snap together. Now, the last step. What did you need to recite?
The haiku of holding.
It comes to you quickly. It's short and sweet. You hear the spell complete, and you see a dome of magical energy surround the djinn. You hear rustling of leaves behind you. Melville quickly comes by your side. She gives you a smirk and a nod. I see you tamed the thing. The djinn puffs up.
Psh, no one can tame me.
Melville gets a very serious look on her face.
We'll see about that.
Stepping toward the djinn, Melville holds something in her hand. It's a lamp!
A lamp!
Not just any lamp. One covered in runes and etchings.
You have a choice, dear Jin. Enter the lamp and be trapped for all eternity, or join me.
Join you?
Melville speaks to you without taking an eye off the djinn.
With the Jin by my side, I would be the most powerful enchanter there ever was. I shall have his power, one way or another.
Wait, is he turning evil
The
now?
lamp starts to glow, and the djinn begins to be sucked into the lamp.
Make your choice, Jin, she cackles. Make it now!
The djinn, with a panicked look on his face, shouts,
I'll aid you. My power is yours.
Whoosh! A flash of light overtakes you. You can't see, but you can hear energy most intense flying around. Before you floats Melville.
Oh no.
She is huge. The djinn has fused with her, and she lets out an evil laugh. Before I go on, I should tell you, this is the part where I would, monologue as Melville. Is it cool if I do that?
Yeah, bro. If you're excited about it, so am I. I say do it.
Awesome. You're the best. Melville lowers down onto the ley line, seeming to sniff the air that radiates with power.
I know you can sense it. The power this place holds. These grounds hold a wealth of energy. Energy that could have us enchanters rule the entire world. Mold it into our image. Could you imagine if every place was as ideal as Bookshelf Bluff? A place where learning was the only goal? It would be glorious, wouldn't it? If only we could make that happen. Oops! We can!
The thing is, we've always been able to.
But the idiots of the Spine want to make sure we use our magic for good. What good? The world is full of evil all around us. From the Shoelace Shores to Cantalopia, evil is everywhere. But we can make it ideal. I can now make it ideal. What I will do will not be found in books. It will not be found in scrolls.
I am so glad this game is voice acted. There's just no way I'd be able to do this.
The world will learn the peace we have found here, and I will force them to. You know my plan, and you could stop me. I can't have that now, can I? Oh, what a pity. It seems I must finish you now.
Melville begins to float again.
Sling your spells if you want, At least you will die knowing you tried to stop me.
I like how she doesn't even ask if I'll join her.
Melville flies at you, a spell spinning in the palm of her hand. Only she hasn't quite got used to her new body and powers. The spell goes wild and crashes into a tree. The tree bursts apart, giant splinters flying everywhere. One hits Melville directly in the arm. She rears back, a pained wince on her face as she pulls out the large piece of wood. This gives you time to react. You are panicked and aren't sure what to do.
Where the hell is the lamp she brought?
You sprint for the lamp Melville left on the ground. Upon touching it, you see it is covered in runes. A quick scan shows you they are runes of capturing. Put that down, Dewey. You don't know what you're doing with that.
Oh, I know.
Melville is scared of this thing. What do?
Start reading the runes out loud.
You are instantly glad you paid attention in runes class. The words come flowing from your mouth like water, and with each word, Melville gets pulled closer and closer to the lamp. Stop! You don't have to do this! I won't kill you right now!
Right now?
It's obvious she has never known humility.
Oh, she's about to.
As she gets pulled in toward the lamp, you hear a voice next to you.
Well, ain't that something?
You look away from Melville for a moment, and you see Moise and the tools appear beside you. The travel groans.
You destroyed all the works we done did!
This distraction, though momentary, makes you slip on the pronunciation of the rune Slimthumplach. That's a hard one anyway. Melville uses this opening to fling a spell at you. It makes contact, hitting you for 15 health. As you are hit, the lamp flies out of your hand.
Back to what we
Melville
basically
goes to
started
catch
with.
it. Only, it burns through her hand.
Ah! Djinns are weak to metal, we remember that.
The memory of the tome comes back to you. Good thing you have metal tools right next to you.
Lend me your steel, you tools!
I don't know about that.
Trowel protests.
I will throw you.
Moise picks him up and hands him to you.
Here you go. He's mouthy, but does good work.
Thank you, Moise!
You lift the trowel like a magical focus. A grayish silver orb of pure metal collects at the tip of the trowel.
This is kinda awesome!
Trowel yells. And you unleash it toward Melville. It rips through her, leaving behind a ring of smoke where it made contact. You've never done metal magic before, so you aren't sure how to summon it quickly. This leaves enough room for Melville to counterattack. With a flash of blue energy, she hits you with an arcane lance. She is still reeling from your hit, so it only hits for 5 damage. You stagger back, pushing through the pain. You lift your eyes toward Melville, and you see the other tools rushing her. They get a few swipes in before Melville starts to grab them by the handle and snap them in half. In that moment, as if by magic, Moise appears.
Oh, this doesn't look very good.
I love you, Moise!
Moise lifts a hand, and vines fly out of the ground to wrap around Melville. It looks like it's holding, until... Kaplow! The vines are thrown off and burst into flames as they hit the ground. Now I have to kill you too! Die, Moise!
Not Moise!
Melville charges up an energy attack. You have a moment to react before it flies. You have enough spell notches to do your ultimate attack. Or maybe a higher level metal spell? Or there might be something else you want to do.
I gotta save Moise!
Oh, well, crit! You step in front of Moise before Melville can unleash her attack.
I can't let Moise die!
One of the tools shouts out,
What are you doing, kid?
No one hurt Moise!
You release your hold on the trowel, letting him tumble to the ground. That is all you have time for before Melville hurtles the attack at you. She hits you for... Oh no. I rolled a crit.
Which means I'm dead.
That means she hits you for 93 damage.
I couldn't let Moise die!
So sorry.
No!
You feel the magic hit your chest. And in that moment, you are known by everything in the universe that ever was or ever will be. The bright light from the attack doesn't burn out. Instead, you open your eyes to find yourself swirling in magical ether. Melville unbound your soul from the earthly plane.
but in doing so, released you from pain. Everything is beautiful, and you are in tune with all things. But wait, that's not all. You are zooming through time and space and existence, and you slam into something, and then it is black. You open new eyes, and a voice in your head tells you that your sacrifice has earned you another chance. You see the sky. You feel grass under you. You realize you have been reincarnated. But where and who you are is a mystery to you. And that mystery is a story for another time.
That was incredible!
I couldn't let Moise die!
The way you sacrificed yourself? Holy crit!
Oh, that was better than I could have imagined. That was... You are perfect. I'm sorry. That's super embarrassing. If that's how you roleplay here, I'm excited to see how you might like some other roleplay.
Chance? You passed the Q check, that's for sure.
That was such a good session. Listen, I appreciate you so much, and I would love to play with you again. And I'm so damn glad you sat down with me to do this. You're amazing.
Aw, I had to say Moise though, he was so cute.
I need to wind down because that was intense.
Okay.
But please, 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 come see me again soon. I'd love to have you play with my dice again. I mean...
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Bye. Uh-huh. That's what I thought. Oh.
Holy crit! You maxed out our relationship status.
That was actually really easy. Hello? I got 5 charm. Wow. I didn't realize he's gonna be that easy. Look at all those. There's nothing funny about this. Oh, poor Dorian. That's so much. Eddie and Volt. Breaker box. Order a drink from Eddie or Volt. Ask Volt about the show. The first time you meet him? Fuck! I'm so sad. Dante. Well, where's Chance? Where is he? You lose! Fucking Matt Mercer. Look at all these. Play through the Guardian campaign, the Troubadour campaign. Not dateable, aww. That's cool. I'm shocked that he was that easy. Let's go talk to Bev. We'll have a mocktail.
Welcome back.
Hi, you like bringing in new customers?
Not exactly. I guess buzzwords don't really work if no one knows what they mean. You'd think with all the time people spend on social media, they'd be better at reading. I guess not. But let's not talk about that. Bringing down the mood won't help bring in people either. Anyway, what can I get you?
A mocktail.
Excellent! Always happy to serve customers that don't want to get drunk. They usually don't yell and hit on me as much. They
That's
also
fair.
sometimes don't tip as much, though. Oh, and also I have no customers. Anyway, which mocktail would you like?
I hate mojitos. A soda.
Refreshing and bubbly.
Okay, you can't just say that a glass of water or soda is a mocktail. It's supposed to be along the same lines as the cocktail, just no alcohol in it. Hello?
like me. Coming right up.
Beverly hands you your drink.
See, look, there's the tennis girl. Thanks, Bev.
No problem. It's not like I have anyone else to tend to right now. It is painfully obvious that I am no wordsmith. So maybe my ads need to be more visual.
Okay.
We need something that makes the others feel like they have to come inside. What could it be?
A cute mascot.
I'm the mascot. And I'm cute. I'm the cute mascot.
Yeah.
Right? No. We need something else. What could it be?
How about signature drink?
Oh. If this were a cartoon, I'd have a light bulb over my head right now. A signature drink. Yes. Oh my gosh. Again, it's so obvious. I need a drink that is so superbly amazing, enticing, and can only be found here.
Yes.
Why didn't I think of that before?
You've been focused on other things.
That's right. Like ice cube size. Did you know that the bigger the ice cube, the more surface area it has, the slower it melts? I want to have the biggest ice cubes this side of the North Pole. Will you help me make it? Or at least be my taste tester?
Yeah. Tasting, drinking, imbibing, I'm all for it.
Same here. All right. In mixology, a good cocktail needs 4 attributes: strong, sweet, sour, and bitters. In theory, as long as we have at least these 4 things, we can mix and match all sorts of flavors to create a truly unique cocktail.
Okay.
You can also just have the strong and bitter part and stir a nice martini, but I feel like shaking something up using juice.
All right, let's do this.
Hey, that's the spirits. First, let's pick the strong liquor. What do you think?
I like vodka or tequila or whiskey. Mostly tequila, so I guess we'll go vodka.
Clear as day. Good choice. I'm gonna put a little bit extra just in case. Now, we need a liqueur for the sweet portion.
Let's do it.
Which should we use?
Orange liquor.
The most commonly used liqueur, from the Cosmo to the sidecar. This is coming along great. All right, now we need our something sour.
Lime.
The only problem with lime juice is you gotta cut so many little limes to get enough juice out of them. But it's worth it. Almost done. Now we need bitters.
Sounds good.
Which one should we pick?
Chocolate bitters.
Chocolate. Yes. Now, what about a little finishing touch to it?
Pour in edible glitter.
Shiny. Our creation is born. What should we call it?
Fruity cutie.
That's gonna fly off the shelves. I love it. It's got that dazzle we need. All right, let me mix this baby.
Beverly sets to work shaking up your beverage, pouring it into a glass and pushing it across the counter towards you.
Okay. Moment of truth. Drink it down and tell me what you think. Be honest.
Drink it all in one go.
Well,
Perhaps that wasn't the best idea. Your vision tunnels, and you feel yourself beginning to wobble.
She made it very strong.
whoa, hold. Are you okay? Whoa.
You're not sure how long you've been out, but you wake up to Beverly looking down at you with deep concern. She helps you to your feet.
Hey, buddy. How do you feel? Ooh, I guess I put a bit too much liquor. Way too much. I'm sorry. I was just so nervous about you not liking it. Because, I mean, if this doesn't work, I might as well call it quits for real this time. I figured if it gets people so drunk they couldn't tell the difference between good and bad, it would work out. That was stupid. So, you think I'm stupid, huh?
No.
She laughs bitterly.
I think I'm stupid. A big stupid failure.
No!
Beverly covers her face with her hands.
You're not a failure.
I truly am, though. I am all the bad things and more. I try to be bubbly and fun like soda, but I just fall flat. Like flat soda. No one wants to be around me, ever. But drinks are literally everything I am. I am lost without the tipsy tumbler. What do you do when no one likes the thing that makes you, you?
You find the ones who do.
Beverly sniffles, rubbing at her eyes.
You really think there's anyone out there that would like a watered-down floozy like me?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I sure do.
Oh, why am I'm turning red? I'm not the one who drank that monstrosity. Okay. I'm gonna spend some more time tinkering with this specialty cocktail thing. It's not gonna mix itself, after all. In the meantime, do you think you could do some word-of-mouth advertising for me? I'm sorry to ask, but you're kind of the only mouth that can help me. Please. This really, really might be my last shot.
I am not feeling good, I'm going to be honest. So I'm probably going to have to end after this day, but just want to see, can we like open anything? We can indeed open things when we don't have the glasses on. Ah. Okay. Oh, first aid kit? Hold on.
You see a medic with bright eyes, a kind smile, and a sort of maternal air about her. She doesn't even wait for your introduction, greeting you cheerfully.
Oh, my. Hello there. A fresh face. Here to see the doctor, are you?
Sure.
Well, look no further. I might look like any old Jane, but I'll have you know that you are looking at a truly top-notch medical professional, and the only one around for miles.
Farah, whatever.
Whether you've got a tummy ache or a life-threatening ulcer, I'm your gal.
She pauses, looking you up and down, hopefully.
Do you have a life-threatening ulcer?
No ulcer or anything life-threatening, actually. Hope
You've
not.
never seen anyone more disappointed to hear of your good health.
Oh, heck. I do get my hopes up, you know. One of these days, someone is gonna bust through that door bleeding from orifices, natural and contrived, and boy, oh boy, what a red-letter afternoon that'll be.
I really hope it's not me.
As do I. I understand they're quite painful. Then again, if you ever find that it is you, if by some misadventure or chance you find yourself in possession of said acidic incubus, I hope you know you can come to me. I would know exactly what to do. I would have a very good approximation of exactly what to do. Yes, basically. Anyway, what can I do for you today?
You're just an emergency first aid kit. Guess I could use a Band-Aid.
Oh, bandages! They are the first line of defense when the interior of the body has the temerity to propose to become the exterior.
Right.
Get back in there, blood. Back to your proper course's lymph. And you, skin, have a little help controlling this raging horde of fluid and marrow. Band-Aids are basically magic. I could go all day. Anything that you might need, hydrocortisone, non-latex gloves, even a simple pen, that, darling lacerated one, will be duck soup.
make me sound like a battlefield casualty here.
Zounds. Something is drawing my eye. My meta senses are tingling. Better let me take a look at that wound of yours. You sneaky little sufferer. Thought you could slide one by me under cover of a metacarpals, eh?
No, not suffering, I don't think. Metacarpals are all good here.
Just to double check, you don't need an injection or two. Take it from me, dear. You're better off safe than sorry. After all, if there's any sign of rash, you won't know it's there unless we do a thorough examination. And even then, well, I'm afraid there's always a chance for scarlet fever.
Oh crap, really? Check me out. Check me out now.
Once more, onto the exams.
Faria looks you up and down, tapping her chin as she considers you from every angle.
Exactly what I thought.
What? Oh god, you're freaking me out.
No need to be anxious. We caught it just in time.
Okay, good.
You do indeed possess a splinter. But it's not just any old splinter, dear. What you have is a deep, deep splinter. Plenty of tender flesh open to infection, just waiting for those little microbial monsters to set in.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what that means?
That you need to pull it out? Sounds bad.
And how? And that's just the beginning. Because once the infection's done a number on you, and your poor, beleaguered immune system staggers back onto the field of battle for another round with the enemy, you watch helplessly as your body swells and burns and turns all different shades of red, pink, and yellow, and the true engine of the enemy rolls up to the line. Gangrene.
From a what?
And before you know it, we'll have to amputate entirely. I know. This stuff is not for the faint of heart. Once it's bad enough, my poor new friend, I'm afraid the whole appendage will have to come off. Preventing spread and all. I'm sad to say we lose many a good limb to splinters every year.
Is that true, like, statistically?
Statistics is not really my field, I have to say. But I know how many amputations I've had to perform because someone got careless moving the milk crate. Ah, yes, I do know about the body. The bottom line is, you have got to stay vigilant. The world's a scary place, and your body is a fragile, fragile thing. One wrong move, and you can throw it into total and utter chaos. A veritable breeding ground for every bomb, dick, and hairy slate of diseases ready to eat you whole. You never know what the seemingly tiniest, laughable symptom can mean.
Okay.
For example, got a case of bad breath?
Yes.
Maybe you just ate a sandwich with too many onions.
Uh-huh.
Or your breath stinks like a dead fish on a hot Sunday because you've managed to develop halitosis as a result of the toxic substances in your body not being filtered out properly because your liver is failing.
Love the concern.
You can never be too careful. And when something does go wrong, well, it's my job to make sure you're all fixed up. And I'll have you know, I take my job very, very seriously.
So can you take the splinter out or not? I never have known.
A doctor's duty is to keep their patients alive and kicking. That's a big responsibility. So you can bet your behind I make sure to cross all my T's and dot all my I's. Sometimes even twice.
2 dots, 2 crosses? When will the madness end?
When there is no more sickness.
Awesome, I'll wait for that.
Horse feathers.
Oh boy.
Girl, female, not boy. Oh, you were expressing consternation, frustration. Got it. Anywho, it doesn't look like you've got any type of rash after all.
But what about my splinter?
Just that splinter looking awful uncomfortable there.
Can you take the splinter out?
Let's get that taken care of.
Thank you.
And then presto, you're all patched up.
Okay, but she said it was a deep splinter, and if it was a deep splinter, you couldn't just use tweezers to get it out usually.
There you go. Good as new. And if you do develop any plague-like symptoms, well, that's what I'm here for.
So chat, if you ever have a splinter that you just can't seem to get out with tweezers yourself, you can take a thin slice of raw potato and just, you know, use Band-Aid, whatever, to attach it on top of where the splinter is and leave it there for a while. The starch will pull out the splinter. I'll come back at the first sign of a sniffle, I promise.
You'd better. I'll keep the tissues ready. Medical professional Faria's always just a sniff, sneeze, and groan of discomfort away.
Okay. How many more? One more. Okay, but that means we can just open things. Maybe. Ah. I feel like... a lot of these will be the same character, you know? So we have, you know, that. Don't need to be in there then. Turn that off. Oh my god, we can have specific foods. But like I said, I feel like a lot of these will just be the same character. Should we try the water heater? How about we do that?
Normally, you try to avoid dealing with your water heater. You're no plumber, after all. But as you look at the beauty standing where your water heater usually is, you wonder for a moment if that's about to change. Beyond the rigid metal of the heater lie dangerous curves. Brown skin swathed in orange and blue and silver. Her soft, pretty facial features are adorned by colorful makeup that looks like it wouldn't be out of place in a fashion magazine. She doesn't seem to notice you at first, but when she does, she lets out a sharp scream.
Ah! No. Ah!
Bubbling boiler rooms. You scared the living.
It takes her a moment to calm herself down. She fans at her face with her hands, exhaling loudly.
Got me flustered is all. I wasn't expecting any visitors. Last folks who lived here only came down when the pilot light was out, which wasn't often. See, I'm made of the good stuff. Southern made and made to last.
You look like you are quality.
Your eyes don't lie to you. I'll tell you that much. Here I am just talking and you don't even know my name. I'm Winifred. Nice to meet you.
Winifred?
How you doing, sweetheart?
I do like her design. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure. I'm not sure how much more talking I can do right now. I got work to take care of.
What is it you do?
Did you just ask your water heater what she does?
Yes, because I'm very, very smart. I mean, I guess I did.
It's okay, sweetness. I'm just having some fun. But I do need to get back to work. Washford's about to kick on and Daisuke needs a bit of a push. I need some time with River to make sure she's ready to go.
River. I'll come by later then.
I'll hold you to that, okay? See you around.
Who is River? Eh. Anyways. There's someone on Discord, whatever. But yeah, I'm really not feeling good, chat. I don't know why, because I did eat at the start of this, and I've slept for most of the day, but yeah, I'm really nauseous, and so I think I'm gonna have to end the stream early, and I'm sorry. If I feel better later tonight, maybe I'll stream again. But I do have a collab tomorrow to do for the charity. We're going to be playing SCP Containment Breach, and then the following day will be my, marathon for League. So I hope you guys will come by and see me. I'm sorry that this was